I'd like to introduce EDGO, the ADAS BTC chair. It is an ophthalmology procedure chair built in a solid and sturdy construction, very stable, based on 4 medical grade casters and operated by a wireless foot control that can activate all the functions and 2 memorizable positions that I will get back to in a few moments. The chair has a very low entry level for the patient and can reach an operating height of 91 centimeters. It starts at 53 approximately, so it is ultimately useful also for people arriving on a wheelchair. I will show you now how to operate the chair with the foot control. We can activate all the sections that are moved electrically by linear actuators and a central column. So it goes up and down. We have the backrest, the footrest, and the tilt. So we can position the patient in any comfortable and ergonomic position required during the procedure. As I said before, we could also memorize 2 working positions, such as a procedure patient position. It can be recalled at every time the doctor needs to start or get back with the patient to this position. We could also, for security, interrupt the functioning of the chair by pressing any of the buttons and then recall the position again and stop it again by pressing any of the buttons. We could also have a second position memorized, for example, Candelabra or horizontal. If I decide that I want to have this position recalled every patient that comes in, just to save time, as time is of the essence, I can just memorize it by pressing for a few seconds the M2 button. And at this point, this position will be recalled again next time I need it. The third function that you can find on the foot control is the sync button, which allows the operator to activate simultaneously backrest and footrest. So once I press the sync button and I activate the backrest, simultaneously you see the footrest will move. Whether I go back, and if I do the same with the footrest, up and down, the backrest will move. This will allow you to save time in positioning the patient. I can deactivate the sync function by pressing it, or just wait for 40 seconds and then the function will deactivate automatically. The fourth and final memorized function is the 0 position, so the entry-exit for the patient. Once I finish the procedure or the examination, all I need to do is to press 0 and the chair will fall back down completely to allow the patient exit the chair and have the other patient come in at that point for another procedure. EDGO is a unique chair because it's very innovative, stylish in terms of design, but also very solid and stable. Let me show you a couple of functions and features of this chair. First of all, your footrest. Full steel, small, but very, very solid. My weight is 87 kilos and I'm actually standing on the footrest. In general, footrests of other competitors will allow for 30-35 kilos maximum load. In this case, we could put 100 kilos and nothing will happen to the chair and it will lift at the same speed. It can be folded back so to allow for a very comfortable and clean area once the patient is lying supine. I want to show you another function. Again, the chair is relatively small. The base is only approximately 90 centimeters, but I could sit on the backrest and the chair will not tilt, will not be affected, speed stays the same, and I'm actually sitting on the backrest. I want to show you now the upholstery. The upholstery can be, let me just put it horizontal first. The upholstery, once you finish your procedure, can be completely removed to allow for a thorough and better disinfection and cleansing of the sections. And all the sections can be removed. They're very light and easy also to transfer to disinfection room. But also immediate in reassembling the chair. In a matter of a few seconds, back to work. Let me show you now a few functions and accessories of this chair. As I said before, it is a procedure chair. Of course, can be used for examination, but it's mostly designed for day surgery and ambulatory surgical centers. Being a surgical chair, you might need to remove your armrests completely to allow for other accessories to be inserted on the side. For example, you could install a side support in case of semi-sedation to protect the patient from falling off the chair. This support will collapse easily. It will be completely removed again and be put back on the dedicated rack for all the accessories of the chairs. We have stainless steel standard size side rails on the backrest. Again, we have removable armrests that you can put back if it's a higher comfort for the patient. You have two different headrests plus a third one, less used in ophthalmology, and a support for the surgeon forearms. I will show you how easy installation is of all the accessories. So each headrest is articulated. So you can articulate the headrest front and back, up and down, or remove it completely and change it. For the containing headrest, that can also be adapted to different size of the patient's head and locked. And then again, It's articulated, also adjustable in height, according to the height of the patient. Another important accessory which you might want to put for the comfort of the doctor is a support for the forearms that can also be adjusted in height, any direction, at any angle. It is fully padded, and the upholstery is made of an antimicrobial and anti-abrasion material. All the accessories can be removed and be put back on the rack. We also have two stability poles. When needed, in case you need more stability for the backrest, although the chair is already very stable, you can insert at any position that you require. And lock it in any position. At this point, the chair becomes a surgical bed. You can put one or even a second one on the other side at any height of the rail. You also have a lumbar support into space pillow which you can insert in between. Edge O is equipped also with two safety systems. One on the backrest, and there are two anti-crash safety devices. So if you are activating the chair and it's going down in a horizontal position and there is any obstacle, the chair will stop. And the same, the anti-crash safety on the collar. If I press 0, if there is any obstacle between the cover and the base, the chair will stop and be lifted back up of a few millimeters. I can then press 0 again. And the same on the footrest. If there is any obstacle, the footrest is free. So the chair will go down, but this will be lifted up. Thanks to its medical grade customs, you can easily move the chair and position it wherever it's required in the operating area. At the base of the chair, you'll notice two sockets where you can connect external devices. And you can recharge the foot control thanks to the USB cable. It can be connected directly to the base and at the back of the pedal. Now the pedal will recharge and you can still operate it while recharging.